Good.
Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Emil, and this is the first episode that I'm starting of the Edward Johnson Building talk show. Today I have percussionist and great guy overall, Jacob Valcheff here. How are you doing today, Jacob?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm feeling good on this Friday mid-afternoon kind of thing. So talk about yourself. Like, where are you right now in your musical career? Like, how would you describe yourself right now?
I'm like figuring it out. I
Okay.
think that's how I would describe it. Like, you know, I'm finishing up school now, doing some professional work, and just trying to like see where it takes me. You know, I'm not like tied to one thing, but I'm just kind of figuring it out.
Right.
Yeah.
And how would you describe your time here at UFT? Because I know you've been here for quite some time already.
I'm ready to be done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm ready to be done, but it's been a good experience. It's been a really good experience. I've learned a lot, met a lot of cool people. The studio is great, obviously. The vibes are stellar. But after 7 years, I'm ready to be out of this basement. I feel like I haven't seen sun in like a quarter of my entire life now, but so, yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah. I feel like I haven't I feel like I've just been in the basement for like 7 years now. Because like I'm turning 25, and
right.
like being 7 years at the school is like
25 isn't old though. Like, you're not an old guy.
No, oh my god, did I tell you because there's like people who were born in like post 2000 now, as you know.
Yeah.
And like I was at a table talking, and someone was like, "Wait, what year were you born?" And I was like, 1998, and they literally were like, "You're so old," and I was like, "Dude, what?" I was like, "You're born in 2001. Like you're 3 years younger than me, maybe." like it's not that deep.
All right, so I want to talk about like way back, like early Jacob stuff. Like, what would you say is like one of your earliest musical memories, like ever?
So my first like run through with music, because my dad was a guitar player, and he would like sing and play guitar, and I actually used to hate it, like because it was like he did it all the time, and like I've learned to love it, and because I play guitar with him now sometimes, and it's very, very nice to like connect that way. But when I was a kid, I guess I would just get like sensory overload, and then my like second earliest musical memory was like hating the Happy Birthday song, like hating that shit so much. Yeah.
Like you hate it being sung to, or you hate it like as a song, as like compositionally ass kind of thing.
Yeah, it's compositionally mid, but it's like I think it was just like a sensory thing. I think because like everyone is singing it, no one's in the right key. There is no right key because everyone is in 12 different keys at the same time, and you're like, what the hell is going on? So it was just one of those things. And then I actually got introduced to like video game music when I was playing video games as a kid. And that's kind of how I grew to like music as a whole.
I see.
Yeah.
That's very cool. So where would your start with percussion come?
Yeah, so I started percussion in grade 9.
Okay.
I didn't actually, like drums wasn't my first instrument. It was guitar.
Okay.
Yeah. And so yeah, I was playing guitar. I started in grade 5 or 6 with electric guitar, and like basically my band teacher, like our school like music department was like so tiny in elementary school. And so he was just like, yeah, dude, you can play bass, you can play guitar, do whatever you want. But then, which was sick. But then I came into like high school, and they're like, yeah, guitar is not a band instrument. I was like, what do you mean, bro? Like guitars are in like every band ever. Like if you listen to Guns N' Roses, like come on, man. But yeah, and so they were like, oh, we'll put them on percussion, it's fine, it's like a good learning curve, like it's a pretty accessible instrument to learn. So I took drum set in going into high school, and then picked up percussion in high school, and then like I started to like it, and then I stopped practicing guitar as much. I started practicing percussion and drums more, and then it just took off. Did
you ever see yourself like grade 9 or even like grade 10 Jacob like finishing like a master's degree and having what like all you have done right now?
Absolutely not. Actually, no way. I would be like, I don't think I would believe if I like came back and like if I went back in time or something and told myself that I did this, I wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't believe myself.
Right. And I've asked that question to a lot of people, but everyone says no. But do you think that anyone has ever said yes to that question?
I'm sure there have been some people, because like,
Have you met anyone?
If I'm thinking about names, for some reason I feel like Braden. I don't know. I feel like Braden knows. I feel like he had an idea. I don't know why. He's just very dead set guy, which is cool. He's very like he does a thing and he does it. You know?
Right.
For me, it was interesting because like I was in music ed in my undergrad, so I wanted to go to music school for music ed and then go to teachers college.
So you want to be like a high school music teacher kind of guy?
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of it was because I didn't really think I could do performance. I had a lot of performance anxiety stuff.
Was it ever an option for you, like going into your undergrad?
I didn't apply for performance. I just applied for music ed, so it was never an option for. I mean, I guess it could have been, but yeah. So I auditioned and then did music ed, and then at the last year, I literally was like, I actually just want to be in performance. Like literally the last.
So the last year, did you like music ed going into the last year?
Yeah, no, I liked it. But like I saw TSO performance. I mean, like I'd seen the TSO a ton of times throughout my undergrad, but I saw this one performance in particular, and I was like sitting there, and I was like, you know what, like I want to do that. Right. So I emailed Ayun. Like I literally was like, hey, if I audition for an ACP, like, is there any chance that I would get rejected? Like. And she basically was like, no. She was like, she said, there will be a place for you in the ACP next year.
Okay.
Ayun. And then I literally dropped out of teachers college the next day. Because
you were in
I had an acceptance at OISE. I had an early acceptance.
Oh, I did not know that.
I was doing it at the same time as my last year. So I was in a combined degree program.
Oh, that sounds like
my
it
last
was
year.
psyched.
Dude, it sucks so much. Like, so both my courses were online because I didn't want to go to OISE. Because I literally was like, I can't even be fucked to like get out of bed. Like, much less like go to another school.
Right.
So I literally like I was doing these online courses while I was in school, finishing my last year at music, and I literally was like, I hate this. Like I was taking online French courses and I was like, this sucks. This is the worst thing I've ever done. I was just like going through the motions, and then this happened, and I was like, yeah, I'm dropping out. I'm like, right. I mean, I probably would have gotten kicked out though because my grades weren't good. Like, if I didn't drop out, they probably would have kicked me out of the program because I was pulling like a B- in like one of my courses, which is like I had to maintain a B+ average, which is like 1 out of 2 courses was a B-, so I would have had to get an A in the other, and that like was not happening.
See, so how would you describe your time in the ACP program, like that 1 year?
That 1 year was the best year of my life.
Really?
It was so good.
But that was like the COVID year.
It was COVID, but like everything was online, which sucked because like there wasn't a lot of performance. But dude, I was just chilling and practicing, like literally just like sitting and practicing. Like,
would you say there was a huge turnover that year where you got like really, like to yourself, you really improved?
I would say so. Yeah, there was like that, and like the second semester of my first year at grad school was that as well. But the ACP was like one.
So just like a couple months ago. First year grad. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, the ACP was like a big year where I went from like little like undergrad music ed kid to like actually being able to play my instrument, which is like a weird thing. So I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna like practice a bunch, and I did, and it felt really good. Because I was doing rep that I had like wanted to do for a while, and I didn't think I'd have the chance to do it, and then all of a sudden it's happening. I'm like, oh my god! So I played Raintree a couple of years ago in my ACP recital.
You played in your recital?
Yeah, I played the vibraphone part.
Oh right, I remember that.
Yeah, Kelsey's part.
Shoot, yeah, that piece is something
else. Yeah, it's one of my favorite pieces. So I got to play it. And that was a lot of fun.
So I'm about to wrap this up, but do you have any advice for any undergrads that could be watching this, like performance education, any undergrad in general?
Have an open mind. That's my advice. Yeah, I think there's a lot. It's really easy to get sucked into like your own little like I do this thing, or like I feel like sometimes it's easy to get into like the mindset of like, oh, I'm just going to school, or like maybe this doesn't sound very good, or this ensemble might not be doing a good job, and it's easy to get sucked into like a negative mindset. But you gotta remember, you're like doing music.
Yeah.
Like it could be a lot worse. You could be like going into a burning building or working an office job
That you don't want to work.
Yeah, and like
you're just like forced. You think you have to go into
yeah,
yeah.
like you're doing music for school, and that's like an awesome thing. So go in with an open mind, like learn as much as you can, and yeah.
See.
Yeah.
So my final question for you is where do you see yourself, Jacob Valcheff, in 2023? Like, what are your goals for yourself this year? What do you wish to achieve this year of our Lord?
Oh yeah, it's this year. This is 2023.
Yeah.
I want to land an orchestra job. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, somewhere in Canada. I'm taking a couple auditions this year, so I'm really excited for that.
Which ones?
So I'm taking the National...
If you don't mind.
No.
Yeah.
I'm taking the National Arts Center Orchestra in January 30th, and Thunder Bay on March 20th, and Edmonton in April. So it's going to be very exciting, and hopefully one of them works out. And if not, then I'm hopefully going to be at doing a diploma at the Glen Gould School if they admit me.
Yeah, man.
So
that's awesome. So
five auditions in the works this year in the next 4 months.
Are you like overwhelmed already?
Not yet. I think if I like keep it scheduled out, like this semester's pretty chill.
Right. No courses.
I've got like no classes except for ensemble because I front loaded my whole degree. So so if I just keep on top of it, then it'll be good. It's gonna be good. Yeah.
And do you feel like you'll eventually get overwhelmed, or like no, you're not really foreseeing that? You're not manifesting that into.
I'm not manifesting that until it happens.
Okay, that's a good mindset.
Yeah, if it does happen, then I'll be like, shit, I did it again. But if it doesn't happen, then for now it's not happening. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being an amazing guest today.
Dude, absolutely.
I hope this is something that I keep doing.
I hope this takes off.
Jacob Valcheff, everyone. You can catch him here at EJB. Tell him hi and that Emil sent you. All right. Thank you so much, man. Ooh, peace.